This is Jerry McLaughlin from 20 Days to Save the USA. Did you know that Donald Trump has only 23,800 votes from winning this election? Did you know that you wouldn't have found that on CNN, I'm sure. But mind you, I'm going to give you some statistics using the crooked figures that Associated Press already has and that they're declaring, etc. All right. Even if we don't use our own figures, we start with 23,800 vote differential to flip back from Biden to Trump. Now, Trump has won the popular vote, by the way, in 48 states if you were to exclude California and New York. Bet you never heard that on MSNBC. But even if you use those current numbers, again, of 232 electoral votes that Decision Desk and Associated Press have given, it would only be 23,800 votes to flip from Biden back to Trump. Now, those would have to come from Arizona, Wisconsin, and Georgia to give a tie of 269 to 269, and then with a majority of Republican state delegations, Trump would win the presidency for second term. So, how could we do this? A recount has already been granted in Georgia, and let's say worst comes to worst and Georgia doesn't prevail for Donald Trump. He still could win comfortably 273 to 265 electoral votes if he shifted 47,000 votes between a different configuration of three states, Arizona, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. Now, let's dig into these numbers here a little bit. Arizona is a pro-Trump state. With an honest count, it would have been a Trump victory. 3.3 million total votes. The spread is 12,000, and only 6,000 needed to be flipped for the 11 electoral votes from Biden to Trump. Now, Wisconsin, on the other hand, has a total vote count of 3.2 million with a spread of about 20,000, with 10,800 votes needed to flip from Biden to Trump for Trump to win those 10 electoral votes. Now, Georgia has a total vote of 2,929,616 with a vote spread of 14,000. Now, that's only 7,000 needed to flip from the Biden count to Trump count to get those 16 electoral votes. Pennsylvania has a total vote count of 6.7 million with a spread of 69,000 with about 35,000 votes needed to flip from Biden to Trump to get those 20 electoral votes. Now, note how I say flip back, since it's widely reported that Dominion Software has already flipped Trump votes to Biden. So I'm saying flipping back those votes to the rightful owner, Donald Trump. Plus, many of us have watched video footage of election workers blocking the vote count in the windows, putting up cardboard and stuff, so poll watchers couldn't watch or witness. Those should be thrown out. But even if crooked courts allowed those counts in Pennsylvania to stand, Trump still wins after throwing out just a fractional percentage of the fraudulent votes in the states of Wisconsin, Georgia, and Arizona. So if the courts rule rightfully that Trump wins in Arizona, Wisconsin, Georgia, and Pennsylvania, Donald Trump will win by 273 to 265 electoral votes. But if we don't just want a squeaker, we want a mandate. We want the courts to rule righteously in Nevada and Michigan also. They need to flip back 19,000 votes to Trump in Nevada and give him those 6 electoral votes. And in Michigan, they need to flip back 73,000 votes for Trump to give him 16 electoral votes. There are 131 signed affidavits in Michigan alone of cheating for Biden, and the courts shouldn't hesitate. This would give Donald Trump the 2020 election by a landslide of 311 electoral votes to 227 electoral votes, and that would only require a total shifting. Now, mind you, this is for 311,000 electoral votes. It would only take a shifting of 150,800 votes from Biden to Trump. And out of the 160 million votes cast nationally, that's only a differential of about 1/10 of 1%. Now, do you see why it's tempting for crooks to swap over things, to use Dominion software, and to strategically flip votes from Trump to Biden? And you see how election officials would risk a criminal indictment, prison time, by blocking witnesses and so forth in key areas, because it's these strategic areas that were needed to be flipped for Biden to win in Pennsylvania and Michigan and other states. I mean, a lot of the other states were a no-brainer. We're not arguing that Joe Biden won California. We're not arguing that Donald Trump, and they're not arguing that Donald Trump won Wyoming. But can you finally see why Democrats and their connected at the hip lamestream media accomplices have overcompensated, are acting so confident, reporting that Biden has made a landslide against Trump, and all these fairy tales about how insiders in the Trump camp have already given up ad nauseum? And no, they're trembling in their boots, I'm telling you. The media, the pollsters, the liberals, the globalists, the deep staters, they're trembling in their boots because they know how their phony polls failed to sway the majority of America from voting for Donald Trump. With all that garbage they flung against Trump, he still did as well as he did. He still won even the popular vote in 48 states if you get rid of the People's Republic of California and New York out of there. So they know their time is limited, so they keep acting like Biden won, like he's a winner. Joe Biden's our man. Well, the puppeteers always wanted a flaccid puppet who moves more easily from the strings. So once Donald Trump has prevailed in serving his second term, he's not likely to forgive and forget very easily the quadruple coup of fake claims from, number one, the Russia conclusion, number two, the bogus Mueller investigation, and three, the groundless impeachment trial, and number four, the literal attempt to steal the election. That's 4 coups, and I didn't even count COVID as a fifth one because that's conspiratorial where it came from. Duh, don't tell anybody it came from China. Election interference, maybe? China? I didn't say Russia, I said China. My advice to usurpers involved in any of these coup attempts is this. Head for the socialist country of your choice, your utopian dreams, and beg for mercy and beg for citizenship before Donald Trump unleashes the rule of law on your sorry rear ends. Oh, and don't even think of reporting anything negative against your new comrades in your new homeland, since they wouldn't think twice about liberating your brain from your literal body.